Hello, hello. What's up, guys? Can everyone hear me? Can everyone see the Bitcoin charts and hear the music? And is the volume on everything fine? What's up, Nico, Crypto Apple, Bilal, Masum, Yeet, Monk, what's up? Everything good? Perfect. Can you show TA chart settings? Yes, I can. Lower the music a little. Better like this. Right, I'm gonna get some people in here and I will get started. As always, cover Bitcoin, some altcoins, answer all of your questions and do some requests on whatever alts you guys might want me to take a look at. Lol. Yeah, only all-time long on is this one. So these are the positions I'm in. Long on this, short on Tomo, and that's it. Both in profit at the moment. But we'll see. Nothing's guaranteed until it's realized. Would you add here for Bitcoin long? Nah. I mean, I think we're in the middle of nowhere for Bitcoin, and I think shorting here makes more sense than longing. But we'll get into that in a second. I'll remove these levels for now, since we're gonna be talking about the higher time frames first. But first, gonna give people some time to join, and I will start over. Hi George, good to see you. Hello, Mert. What's up? TRB ripping. Nice. So you will be able to watch the live stream later on. We're not gonna go 1 hour this time. I'm gonna try to keep it short and to the point, like half an hour maybe. But yeah, we'll cover all the essentials as usual. What could be the possible long scenario? We'll get into that in a second. So you aim for the first liquidity on Tomo around 1.15. You don't think we'll go for the lower liquid at 1.06 and eventually 0.93. We'll see. I'll do Tomo after I do Bitcoin. Right, 2:05, so we'll get started, okay? People who join late, as I said, will be able to rewatch later, so that's fine. So first things first, thank you all for joining my live streams. I hit 6K subs on YouTube, which is amazing. Would like to thank you all for constantly supporting me on here, on Twitter, on the Discord, using my links. That's highly appreciated. I hope I can give back something to you guys, explaining all of these strategies I use, how I see the markets. I really hope that helps, but I do think it does, because of the messages I receive sometimes, which is awesome. That's what I'm doing it for, and I hope we can keep this going as long as possible. All right, so big thanks to all of you guys. Also thanks to the sponsor of the live stream, which is Vela Exchange. I'm sure you've heard of it by now. So Vela Exchange is an Arbitrum-based decentralized exchange. You can trade crypto as well as forex pairs and some commodities on there. Great exchange, great sponsors. Check it out. The link is in the description. You can use that link to make an account. If you did so, send me a message on Discord or on Twitter, and then I'll get you added to my Discord group. So my Discord group is free. All you have to do is use one of my links, and you'll be added to the members. Okay. Leave a like on the stream and subscribe to my YouTube if you haven't already, to make sure you get notified when I go live and whenever I post a video. And yeah, feel free to ask any questions in the chat. We'll catch up with the chat regularly during the stream. So if you have any questions, just drop them there and I'll get back to you. All right. First things first, Bitcoin, right? So let's first start off by what has already happened. And then we can get into what I'm watching next and some potential trade ideas, okay? So what has happened, if we take a look at the lower time frames we got after this move, right? We said that liquidity was resting below here, okay? So this weekly range from the highs to the lows, highs swept, lows unswept. We said, well, on Binance at least, on Bybit they did get swept. I thought we would revisit these lows, okay? The highs got swept, the draw was to the downside. So I thought we would at least go for these lows again, okay? We started ranging, pumped here because of some news, but anyways, that doesn't matter. It's all in the chart. So we pumped straight into resistance. We took a beautiful short on this range mean retest. We said as long as we're below this blue supply, we're bearish, targeting this weekly range low. So beautiful short, instant rejection, closed most of it here, and then the rest on this spike, right? And then I'm not even sure what other Bitcoin trades. I haven't taken a Bitcoin trade in a while. My last one was a loss. Maybe I started longing too early or shorting too early. I don't remember. Anyways, we've been chopping, right? Until we got this move. Sweep of the lows. But sadly, I was targeting, as I said, this weekly or daily range low here before looking for potential swing longs or even simply day trade longs back towards the 28k area. Okay, so I got front run. I missed this upside move and I have been flat on Bitcoin ever since. Okay, now the question is, are we gonna go for those lows again, or did we sweep enough liquidity on this move, right? And are we going a lot higher from here? Well, let me start off by saying it's not because you have a scenario in your mind and time goes by and certain things, certain data changes, that you can't adjust or change your game plan. You have some people who their ego is just too high. They want to be right, you know, but that's not gonna get you anywhere in this game. You need to adapt to what you're seeing and what you're thinking, okay? And simply because you want to be right, holding on to a certain bias or holding on to a certain idea is not gonna get you anywhere, right? So that's what I'm thinking here as well. I was targeting these lows, right? But because of the recent, oh yeah, I remember now what the last loss was. I tried fading Bitcoin on the sweep here. A small short Why? Because of the look of the daily. On this daily candle, as you can see, barely a wick to the downside. So I thought this was just a squeeze to Monday high and we would revisit the lows from there. What did we get instead? So that was when I still had my bias of going down there. But what we did get instead was simply 2 more green daily candles going for the highs. And I didn't expect that, to be honest. What are we seeing right now? Well, if I take a look at the weekly, all I'm seeing is all of these weekly candles, right? Starting from this big breakdown candle, right? This low, and then these fairly triple equal lows all got taken out by this weekly wick, this weekly low, and a strong reaction, and we'll have to see. But if we close up here, a strong close, okay? So that's why I think if we close the weekly up here, I think dips are for buying, targeting this blue supply area and liquidity above this high. I think there's gonna be tons of liquidity resting above there. And if we, as I said, if we close the weekly strong, right, then I think dips next week are for buying, targeting up here, liquidity. And then we'll have to see if we break down again, right? Then this was just the liquidity grab, the sweep, of these highs into supply, into OTE. If you take a look from the highs to the lows, OTE within this area as well. So then you will also see everyone probably getting bullish again, targeting new highs, faded, okay, and target new lows. At least as a hedge, okay, just in case we do that and we start ranging here, dips get bought, and you see bullish price action within this region on the upper half of this range, which would be above range mean, right? So if we close the daily or the weekly above here and ideally above this blue area, the sideways price action where we started breaking down from, right? Then I think it's buy every dip and we're gonna moon to at least 37K, right? So that's just some thoughts on the most recent price action and the higher time frames, what I'm watching, okay? So I am cautiously bullish here as long as we close the weekly strong. If the daily right now, as you can see, we retested this weekly high level. So we're trading at range high here, local range high, while we have swept these highs. The daily, and yeah, we still have 3 more daily closes to go before the weekly closes. So if this daily wicks down and we start trading here and close the weekly here, then all of this gets invalidated, right? Then I still want to see lower, boom, and go from there. So that's the biggest scenario I'm still watching. Whenever price reaches this blue area and sweeps this liquidity right here, that's where I'm interested in longing, okay? Something like this, and then the reclaim, boom, and then go from there. So, but if the weekly closes here, I'll be cautiously bullish and looking to buy the dip. Where am I gonna be looking to buy the dip? Well, if we take a look at this, where was the area that people started shorting for the move down and yeah, sort of the trap below the lows before we started moving higher? That was this sideways price action, right? So people were accumulating shorts here that led to this. On the move back into that area, that should have acted as supply, right? The sellers from here defending their positions, but it got ignored. And as you can see on the retest, those people will want to get out as soon as possible, as close to break even as possible out of their shorts, which results in buying pressure and results in another leg higher, okay? So for me to be bullish on Bitcoin, considering we've got the bullish weekly close, so if the weekly close is bullish, I'll be looking to buy the dip early in the week, next week, on a wick into that area. Ideally, I'd like to see this area hold as support, look for bullish price action there. What do we target? Up here, this high into our weekly supply area. Does the weekly close bearish? Okay, well then I'll say, for example, we see this move. Let's remove these for now. Let's say we go down from here, right, and close the weekly somewhere around here. Well, then it's easy for me. I'll be looking to fade the pump, if we get it, of course, into this key level, which would then turn this into supply. Look to fade it there with invalidation above here, right? Targets this weekly level, these lows and these lows. Whew. Clear for everyone. What indicators do you use? I don't use any, to be honest. Super. So yeah, that's my plan for Bitcoin. I'm currently flat, as I said. Probably gonna be flat until Monday because I've got some things to do over the weekend. And yeah, I don't like trading over the weekend anyways. But that's good, you know. We'll see how the weekly closes. If it closes strong, I'll be bullish, looking to buy the dip towards 29k. If it closes bearish, I'll look to fade pumps and target lower. Yeah, I'll do XRP. No reason to spam in the chat. Can you please update us on Tomo? Yeah, I'll do TRB, Tomo, and XRP. No worries. Alright, if that's clear, we'll move on to, let's do TRB, the latest position we just entered. Well, I just entered, but if you followed along, I post these entries on Twitter live. Not like some other people posting some up or down shit and then claiming that they long the bottom. But anyways, we move on. TRB, so what was the idea on this? Basically, it's been in up only mode for weeks. Well, weeks. Yeah, 4 weeks. Basically up only mode. Funding has been really negative, so you're getting paid to be in longs, okay? So those are already two clear signals on why you should be looking for longs on the lower time frames and not shorts, in my opinion. This has clearly broken out of this range where we've trading in 4 months, right? Clean breakout and continuation, right? So you don't really fade into this kind of strength. What you do in these kind of situations is look for continuation trades, okay? And that's basically what I did here. So as you can see, every time this came down, you just moved on to new highs. Came down, moved on to new highs. And what I saw here was basically this lower time frame continuation range, where you've got the pump to new highs, decent downside, low, equal high. Well, I'm calling this an equal high because it didn't sweep range high. What does that mean? More liquidity gonna be resting to the upside. Came back down for the lows, swept the lows, so lower liquidity got swept, right? And the strong reaction and some strong hourly candles. That's why I entered. What confirms it now? The clean break above range mean, okay? The 4 hour closed strong above this range mean, the hourly obviously as well. And as you can see, the lower time frame retest of range mean is holding, okay? So what are my targets for this? Well, simply this range high, which would sweep all of this liquidity. I'll take off half, okay, just in case we sweep, do this and come back for range lows, right? And just in case we moon full TP at a 1.618 level. That's what I really like using whenever a coin is trading in price discovery. I know it's not trading in price discovery, but I still like using it nonetheless to sort of target where exactly I want to layer out of the position. If you take a look at this as well, what was the supply area from up here, right? These triple highs here probably gonna have some liquidity resting above them as well. And the supply that led to the downside, the sideways price action that led to this downside was this one. So as you can see, come on, that's not gonna be a bad area to close off this trade, okay, into that supply. And that's also the reason why I would take some off if we go for range high. Still not a bad place to enter. I mean, not trying to pump my bags, but as you can see, pure TA, from a TA perspective, is basically simply, whoa, it's simply a continuation range where you got the low, got the high, swept the lows, broke above range mean. That's where you enter. I entered early, stop loss below the low, and target there. That's still a high probability trade in my opinion, but we'll see. Things can go south as always. Then I'll get stopped out. My risk is managed. This is not full risk for me, by the way. So like a 30-minute trade, an hourly trade with Bitcoin sort of against resistance, so gotta be careful. It's Friday as well. But yeah, that's the position I'm in right now. Another one is Tomo. I've already talked about this one a lot, right? The idea is basically this supply, right? High into that area, and then the highs got swept, consolidated, broke down, retest. As you can see, this squeeze, retest, and then rejection again. Clean lows resting beneath us, here, here, and here, which are my targets for this short. Okay, what invalidates all of this, I could even see this go back for the highs once more, but I want to see this area hold. Why this one? This was the sideways price action that led to this move, and it lines up with this key high that got swept here, that led to the move lower. So in case price starts ripping here, I think it might, but we'll see. Look for a sweep of some highs, and then you want to see a rejection, right? And then finally continuation to the downside. In case it goes from here, in case Bitcoin starts nuking, so be it. I mean, I'm in this position, so that would actually be good. I'll also take some off on the sweep of these first lows. I always do. I like doing so to reduce my risk, to reduce my exposure, and then see whatever it does. All right. Same thing here. If it pumps above my stop loss, so be it. That's why you've got them. Invalidation is clear. Plan is clear. So valid trade. LPT, sure. If you keep spamming your altcoin, I'm just not gonna take a look at it. So we're not gonna do XRP. It's a shitcoin anyways. Hope it goes to 0. LPT. Let's see. Yeah, LPT. The one we longed the top, right? And got stopped out here at the bottom. Well, the bottom, the local bottom at least. So yeah, I was wrong on this one. I still think it looks very good for upside, but I've got a new plan for this one. So the initial long we took was from up here, the strong weekly close here, retest flat, flat weekly top, all confluence and clean highs. Clean highs above us with the lows multiple times getting swept. Okay, so here swept, reclaim, retest, upside. I thought we would see continuation from here towards here. Obviously, I was wrong. I had my stop loss below here. Below, let's see, I can tell you exactly. This was the most recent sweep. So I thought we wouldn't revisit this local level. But as you can see, we did, so I got stopped out. What's my new plan? Well, if you take a look at this local area where we're trading, you can clearly see that we're simply ranging, right? So what are the highs? What are the lows? Well, I'd say these are the highs. And these are the lows. Okay. What do I have below the lows? A pretty pivotal area. Do you agree? Support, support. Yeah, simply the sideways price action here that led to all of this rally. Retest, upside, support, broke below, resistance. So you could narrow it down a little to something like this. Okay. A 3-day order block right here as well. Let's see the daily, weekly. Sort of a breaker as well here. Sideways, downside, retest, supply acting as resistance, upside, retest, boom. So you want to see this area hold. So what do we have if we go for those lows? I think you've got yourself a beautiful trade. If it goes for the lows, yeah, you know that this area you want to see hold. You know, if it goes below there, my trade gets invalidated. You have clean targets to the upside, all of these highs, this high, these equal highs, and maybe even the highs all the way up here, okay? So look for a sweep, look for a reclaim, right? There you enter, or you just blindly enter on the sweep. There, invalidation, probably keep it below there, and target up there, or maybe all the way up there. But yeah, I'd never keep the full position obviously until there, but something like this. Make sense? I think Bitcoin here is setting up a nice short scalp actually. Max risk reward. Let's take it live on stream. Let's see 15 minutes first. Yeah. if we can get a little higher, something like there. If we do this, like, see, this is one of those instances where if you want to take it, you've gotta wait for the perfect entry and the highest risk reward. Otherwise, it's not worth it. So right now we got 1.7 R if we were to take it like this. While if we wait for just these local 15 minutes highs up here, if we wait for those to get swept and we get an entry up there, somewhere around here, for example, our risk goes up to 2.2. See? So sometimes even the smallest price change of your entry can drastically change your... Yeah, fuck that, I'm shorting. Okay, I shorted some, stop loss there. And I'll add some in case we go for those 15 minutes highs, which I just explained. If we shit the bed here, I'll just scale out. I wanna... Oh, well, okay. Bitcoin down and this up. Sure, why not? Left a flat bottom though. But anyways, it's still looking good. Lol, this TRB funding is actually insane. Like, I just got paid like 1/4 of what I was risking. That's actually nuts. TRB pumping when take profit above 35. Well, I just explained. I'm taking off half. Half at range high here. Local range high. Because that would sweep these two lows, right? Take out people who shorted and put their stops there. And because we're coming into high time frame resistance, so take off half there and then see how price behaves. If it starts pumping and closes strong, you have no reason to close the rest, right? Just hold it for the full target. If price goes above there and gets back down below instantly, yeah, then you better get out, because then the chances of us breaking lower and going for range low again are too high. Let's see. Tomo not doing anything. That's fine, we've got time. Bitcoin slowly breaking down. Like, even if it's just like an impulse, just like that one. What is my entry now? It sucks, to be honest. It's 394. lol. So see, even towards all of these lows, it's already 1 hour. Yeah, that's worth it. Especially when you can add on the sweep of these 15-minute candles. But let's see what it does here. I mean, I shouldn't be doing this because I even said I would keep it short. I've got to go in like 20 minutes. But hey, I hope you guys enjoy. If you did, leave a like. We're at 27 likes. Let's get it to 40. How was Spain? Was nice, thank you. We enjoying? Nice. If Bitcoin went to 26,448, wouldn't that become a bear trap deviation though? Yes, but yeah, you can always see it like in two different ways, you know? But you've got to pick a side and ask yourself, where is key liquidity gonna be resting? And as I said, that's also the reason why I'm waiting for the weekly close. Because in my opinion, the weekly close will give us a lot more info. If we now start dumping and we close the weekly here, that would be bearish. And then I'll see this as a deviation and look to fade on a pump. If the weekly closes up here and we go down, then I'll see this as a breakout and the dump as a retest. Make sense? Yeah, see, lol, Bitcoin nuking, and this is... I think we at least wick into this region. I mean, this is... okay. Yeah, let's go for the highs. Come on. I've gotta go. So let's nuke Bitcoin and pump TRB. There she goes. Come on, give me a decent wick and I'll just fuck off and get out. Thanks a lot, have a nice weekend. Hey, you too, man. Thanks for joining. Do you trade just based on price action? Yes, sir. Don't overcomplicate stuff, man. Can you go a bit deeper on breakers? Yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy. Whenever I explain these things, that's always how I see it, right? So whenever you've got sideways price action that leads to downsides, right? What does that mean? People were accumulating shorts here, okay? And then price pushed lower. Whenever price returns to that area, the people who shorted here will want to defend their positions, right? I mean, I'm talking big players, you know, not just the regular players like us. Okay, so those can't just market short or market long. They have to scale in, okay? So they scale in here and then boom. Whenever price returns to that area, they're gonna say, no, you're not passing this. We're gonna defend this area, okay? Which very often leads to downside from the area again. But whenever price is that strong and it ignores all of this and it pumps straight through, what does that mean? Those people either got stopped out or are in a loss and want to get out. So whenever price returns to that area, those people will want to close their positions as close to break even as possible, which very often leads to a bounce to the upside. And it's the exact same way the other way around. Do you look at S&P to trade Bitcoin or just Bitcoin price action? Nah, maybe for the macro it does make sense, but for these low time frame moves, like, it doesn't make any sense to do that, in my opinion. Like, I see people, well, lately not really, but we saw people like looking at the S&P on the hourly and then saying, ooh, looks bearish, I'm gonna short Bitcoin. Like, it doesn't make any sense. If this chart looks bearish, well, short this chart. If Bitcoin looks bullish, well, long it. I've been saying this for months, but yeah. How long you've been trading for 6 years, 7 years? Something like that. Do you got wiped out when you started? Yes, sir, multiple times. The good old BitMEX days. Why is the price action on TRB on Bybit 1% higher than Binance and MEX? I've got no clue, man. Is it? Yeah, it's probably the difference between spot markets and perps, no? Just look at the S&P 500 is the reason why Bitcoin puked at the moment. I'm not saying they're not correlated. I'm just saying you don't short Bitcoin because of the look of SPX. Do you consider LSR and or liquidations to open positions? Not really. I do look at I do look at liquidation levels though sometimes on high block. Come on. You have a job. Yeah, this is my job, man. What's your daily routine? I drink a lot of coffee and stare a lot at my PC during my days. I recently started doing some sports again, started running, and it feels good. Apart from that, I like to enjoy my weekends, go out with friends, go to restaurants. I like nice food. What's your primary exchange to trade? Bybit. And I also recently obviously started trading on Vela exchange. See, this is also what I like on TRB. This sweep after we entered, like, look at what they did with the hourly. Swept last hourly low, strong close, instant. Yeah, well, then on the 4 hour, make 4 hour wick low into the retest of range mean and continue to the upside. So when price now expands above range high, this becomes my new invalidation. So I will most likely, if price now pumps above range high, I'll trail my stop probably to break even because I won't be able to manage. Or if I would be able to manage, my new invalidation would become here. because the idea of this long was the liquidity which was resting above here. So once that gets taken, I don't want to see price come back below here and trade in this lower region of the range. I want to see this at least hold or just go straight for target. Do you take some off when highs are reached? Yeah, I've explained it like 4 times now. Yes, I do. Just closed Bitcoin at break even. Not gonna hold. Could still, I still think it's a decent short, but I'm about to hop off. I gotta go and can't manage. So not worth it. I am watching this one though. If this could just go for the highs from here, would be nice before I go. But anyways, I gotta go. So thank you all for joining. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe on my YouTube. Follow me on Twitter. Thanks to Vela Exchange for sponsoring. Link is in the description. Head over there. Try it out. Send me a message if you did and I'll add you to my Discord group. And with that being said, enjoy your weekend. Bye.